It's more for me like, I'm not gonna say I grew up in it, you know what I'm saying? But I grew up with it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, niggas was older niggas sending me to the store for Dutchess and White Owls and all that shit. The whole shit. If you could imagine, your old hood when you was young, all the older homies. So it's the same normal shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So, a little bit about your history. So, like with that and everything, you got certain accomplishments with music, but we'll get into that in a minute. But before all of that, going back to the essence of it, why did you choose hip hop as your path? Like, why did you choose to do that instead of like do something else? What was the motivation?
Well, I mean, I always rhymed because I liked it. You know what I mean? But the motivation was when I found out, money can be made. That was my motivation. It's like when I found out, that there was no difference between this property, like the building, and intellectual property. Like I could write something on paper and that shit is my property. I could sell it, I could flip it, I could bounce it, I could remix it, I could turn it into
cut it up,
shit, whatever. I could do whatever I want to.
Buy low, sell high.
Shit like that. So that was my motivation to get serious about it. You know what I mean?
That's still your motivation to this day? That's what keeps you going?
Absolutely. I mean, it's like, I've been around a couple of places or whatever. I've seen a couple of things, and I just see how much these big companies is getting from motherfuckers like me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, yo, shit is just too much like robbery.
It's like a highway robbery in a sense.
That's why the emergence of the independence taking over right now. It's motherfuckers see how much they can actually get on their own. The internet making it easy access to it.
Basically, this digital age took a lot of the power away from these big record labels. You know what I'm saying? iTunes gives any artist the ability to make himself available to other places.
CD baby, you're gonna sell your own stuff and keep all the profits as long as you do the promotion.
Right.
So there's advent with that. So just real quick, because we're also, while we're doing the archives for the show that you're gonna call in Hanz On Projects, for you who tune into the Facebook Live right now, we are live, Chopp Shop from Shaolin, New York City, right here with Hanz On, who is on multiple tracks on the new Meth Lab album. We're here actually in the Meth Lab Studio, Hanz On in the building, Chopp Shop in the building. But continuing on, what influence on the youth of your past, like the people that you came up with, like what was that influence when Wu-Tang represented Shaolin in the way that it is? It's not that Wu-Tang is the only thing that Shaolin has to be proud of, but that particular movement, what effect did that have on the youth around you?
I mean, for those that chose to take advantage of it, you know what I'm saying? It had a great effect. For some people, none. You know what I'm saying? I mean, in other words, certain people took advantage of their opportunity and capitalized for themselves. Other people just lingered and didn't do anything with it. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, shit, I mean, more, you know what I'm saying? It's like, what more can you say? You know what I'm saying?
But there's different. Not everybody's built from the same cloth. So you're going into your history a little bit right now. If people were to just put it in Google or go to YouTube, one of the main things that they would see is you and your relationship with Method Man. Not that you don't have anything to do by yourself, but I'm saying like that's when people look. There's a large connection with Method Man. But before that, though, some people might not realize that you have a history with the ice water. Could you speak a little bit about what ice water is and who that's related to? Like, how's that? Like,
Ice Water was Raekwon's group. You know what I'm saying? They were signed to Ice Water Records back in 2007. When I came home, the album was almost done. They allowed me to jump on a couple of records, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know, so that was where, you know, I really started to move.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I always had ideas, but that was like, you know, when I started executing. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, niggas showed me some love. Niggas took me on the road. You know what I'm saying? Niggas showed me a couple things. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, here we are.
Was Ice Water, I'm not asking like who everybody is because I know that that'll take a lot of time, but was it deep or was it like 3-4 people? I feel like there was a lot of Ice Water dudes. Like,
yeah, it was
and then there was a
polite.
couple projects.
It was polite. It was cigars. It was DC, PC. At different times, though.
Yeah.
Cigars was around. PC and DC wasn't around.
Mm-hmm.
You got Stomach. You know, I wasn't really part of the group. I was just actually a feature.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? My relationship was actually with Ray.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But when I came home, that's what Ray had going on, and I just jumped in the mix.
Jumped into the thing.
You know what I'm saying?
So how did the transition to, you know, being under with Meth, partner with Meth come through? Was it like something like you guys just met and it was like just a click and just like a
Nah, I mean, shit, you know, Meth and Ray is like the, you know, I don't know one or the other longer than the other. You know what I'm saying? It's just that.
But you have a long history, you know, like you just met on like MC.
Right. I've known both of them since I was 9. You know, running around in the streets.
Understood. You was a young one.
So it's just that when I left Ice Water, because like I said, the whole independence thing was attractive to me. I ain't want to be a nigga that just, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you know, I was a motherfucker, you know, while niggas was on the road fucking all the bitches and all of that shit, I was soaking up a lot of shit that I needed to use to become independent.
Understood.
You know what I'm saying?
He was getting hit the game while
Shit
other
like
people
that.
were wasting their time on things.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? So
that goes back to what we were saying earlier about some people capitalizing
and some people not.
Cut from a different cloth.
Right. And then, you know, a lot of certain people might say, you know, I hear a lot of people say, yo, you know, Wu-Tang ain't helped nobody, this, that, and the third. They helped the people that took advantage of what they was dealing with.
Yeah, some people are judging their opinion on what Wu-Tang does for the people affiliated to him by dudes that ain't even real affiliates anyways.
You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. So it's like, you know, if you know, if you want to be that dude that, you know, you go into every show, you shining, you understand what I'm saying? You fucking all the bitches, you ain't making no money. You understand what I'm saying? You just there.
Just capitalizing off of the W,
right?
And the imagery of Wu-Tang.
The ship gonna pass you by. Yeah. If you pay attention and you do the knowledge to what's going on and you soak up all the shit that's going on, then you could actually learn a lot. You understand what I'm saying? You learn shit like these niggas made $600,000 and the artist only seen 90. You learn shit like that.
Yeah, you learn that, and then it makes you look at the game differently and assess it.
Different.
And it's like the whole time they're running around banging chicks, they was really getting banged.
I mean, yeah.
It's a vicious cycle.
Man, nobody getting bad.
No, you know what I mean. Probably metaphorically. For the record, the Chopp Shop is not condoning banging. I'm just saying.
Now, but you know, it's.
So talk a little bit about that transition, though. Like, what's it like dealing with that? Because that's a game changer. You're dealing with Meth. Like, you're on how many tracks on the Meth Lab Method Man album?
I think 11.
Out of how many tracks are on the album?
19.
You're on more than, he's not even on every track, Meth.
No, Meth is on every track.
On every single one?
Besides one.
I think it was one, yeah.
Oh, wow, all right.
Meth is on 18 songs.
And you're on that many. So, I mean, what was it like when that project was complete? Because that puts it in a different game field, doesn't it? Like, I'm saying, like, you being who
that's
you are.
That's like the same, like, as a Purple Team, you know what I mean? How many tracks, like, Ghost was on.
Right.
Like a dual album at that point, you know?
Absolutely.
Because you have your own accomplishments, and you're a self-made man on your own with or without Meth and all that other shit. But the bottom line is, right, the reality of the matter is, people that didn't know who you were on a larger scale, all of a sudden, you're co-writing with Method Man, arguably one of the greatest MCs of all time.
Still.
You know what I
mean? Wait till you hear the new shit he got.
You know what I mean? And respect to that. Well, so what I'm saying is that I know you're a humble dude, but the people want to hear a little bit about, like, what is that like, though? I know
it's like change overnight, not necessarily overnight, but was it just like more like, because I know I was like one of the last members to come into the group. And when I came into the group, my fucking friends list was like 800 to almost like 1,200, like, you know, maybe a couple of weeks. Was that like, did you see that like happen in a way?
Like people treating you differently because
Oh yeah, I see that shit all the time.
Yeah.
And
Good and bad.
It turns me off for certain people. Like you see a motherfucker in the street, you know what I'm saying? You ain't seen him in 2 weeks, you know what I'm saying? And first word out of his mouth is "What's up with Meth?"
Nigga, talking to me.
Yeah, it's like you ain't even asked me if I was okay. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You ain't asked me where I've been, what I've been doing.
Yeah.
You just like,
how about if I'm okay?
Yeah, shit like that. So, you know, I mean, you can't let that shit get the best of you, though. You know what I'm saying? I just try to just divert that shit. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I mean, upon after the Polluted Water album, you know, I did an album over there with Ice Water Presents album, which was Hands On out of Chef's Kitchen. That didn't do that. The situation that was brewing at the time kind of fucked that album up because I was into a whole bunch of other shit. You know what I'm saying?
All the focus wasn't there.
Right,
Yeah.
right. I didn't know how to bring a record to market. Also, that's something totally different.
Yeah, that's a whole nother.
That's a whole another shit.
Another thing you gotta do.
Yeah. So
recording is one thing, marketing is another thing.
You know, I got my shit together, and you know, I did the Hannibal the Great album. You know what I'm saying? I had seen the big homie one day. We was chopping it up. He heard the album. He was like, "Yo, I need a piece of that." That went from that to him presenting it. You know what I'm saying? So,
and then that transitioned into what we got here,
right?
Meth Lab
Mixtape
album.
You know, because we got the mixtape with K Slay that we did also.
Yeah, yep.
The Back to Sicily shit.
Yep.
The Hannibal the Great album actually flopped. You know what I'm saying? Again, because we didn't know how to unload it. You know what I'm saying? All the beats were samples. You know what I'm saying?
It's a learning process.
Shit like that.
Yeah.
So,
that's when we move away from now, like using more beats with less samples.
No samples.
No samples.
I want to be complete
He
owner
said, forget that.
of the musical composition. I want to own everything. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. It's like, you know, so, you know, Hannibal the Great album didn't really do too much. I actually lost a lot of bread on that. That rolled over into the mixtape. Now, mixtape, even though we was giving it away free, actually caught better than the album. You know what I'm saying? And we did a tour on that.
Different marketing processes and stuff like that on that one.
Oh shit, man! I just think I did the same shit I did with the other ones. I just think the time that it dropped, I got lucky.
You hit that right moment.
Right.
That's always a luck. Luck is really,
Yeah.
a lot of people don't want to admit it. They want to say it's all skill, but partially it is luck.
It's like, although I wasn't selling it, I got the most out of it. You know what I'm saying? We did probably 20 cities with it. You know what I'm saying? With Meth. You know what I'm saying? And
so it was you, Method Man, and who else?
Carlton Fist.
Street Life, all old school affiliates of Method Man. If y'all don't know who Carlton Fisk and them is, the Street Life is really one of Meth's first proteges. And then I remember Street Life is like been around a long time and done a lot of work too.
Do you have any other artists on the Hands On Entertainment?
We working on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, before I sign anybody over here, I want to make sure I got all my shit lined up to where we can unload it on a professional level. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a lot of money involved. So if you handle this shit the right way, you can grab that, all that. Them crackers and the radio station, the big record labels do it every day.
Yeah, of course they do it every day. They use it as a pimp scam. a pimp scam, the way that they do it, man, the way they work it off, you know what I'm saying, and the way they move with that. So there's so much to discuss with your music, and we're not going to get it all in this one because you're going to be calling into the Chopp Shop. So there's a lot we want to talk about, but I like to end off with the work. But so let's get the sticky parts out of the line. So
his name is DJ Disclaimer and shit.
Yeah, DJ Disclaimer.
Before he did anything, he thought
I thought it a disclaimer. Yeah. Don't worry about it. It's gonna happen. So that's DJ Awkward Pause over there. So what I'm saying is that you were involved in some controversy. I forgot how long ago. It was a while ago because there was some situation. I mean, I'm gonna let you tell the story or however much you choose to tell about it. But basically, there was a situation where, I mean, all I know about the details was that, I mean, from what I heard, I mean, I watched a couple interviews. The interview you did on Vlad TV, you know what I mean? But you had punched Joe Buttons in the mouth or something like that, to that effect. And I don't know, it was like flagged, something like that. I see the video you did on Vlad, and that's what I'm basing it. I see now. If you care to discuss that a little bit, I'm just curious about that.
I mean, the interview I did on Vlad, I was doing some dumb shit at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I was into a whole bunch of shit that was outside of music. So if I was who I was today, then I would have never even did that interview.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't do it for that.
Understood.
You understand what I'm saying? I didn't do it for that. I didn't do it to get notoriety, money, nothing.
Yeah.
So,
no, there's principles involved. With
right.
It's not about, that's what I'm saying. I know it's not that. And that's why, you know, we get to the meats of it, like the situation.
Yeah, but nah, that shit was nothing, man. You know, a disagreement. I just was coming out to play with my team. That's it.
Mm.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
I actually like Joe Buttons. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Shit like that. It wasn't about his music. It wasn't about none of that. It was about, you know what I'm saying? Coming out to play for my team. I think.
Yeah,
right.
I get it. Covering the field on all different angles and everything like that.
They worked that shit out, and that's what it is.
There's been a couple flare-ups with things in that direction. I mean, I've seen a couple of things. I remember he had called in to said some shit about meth on one of them shows with a Dr. Dre show.
That's what started it. Some shit.
Yeah, he was saying, "Oh, meth don't you put meth on the top list of some other crazy shit," but whatever. But like I said, like that was a interesting situation. I think that it's important though, in the sense that I think that people need to realize, like, it doesn't have to be like either you're a straight like cornball that runs behind the cops, or you gotta get killed like Tupac. Sometimes there's medium grounds and things and ways that things can be handled, and I think that's what I'm saying about it all. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, some of these rap dudes need to get punched in their fucking face. It's the reality, but they don't need to be killed, and they also don't need to be ignored. So sometimes, like, you know what I mean? Like, but as you grow as a businessman and everything else, like you said, it would have been different. But at the same time, I think it's good for hip hop in a sense.
Do you think that people like try to single you out and like recognize you just for that sometimes?
Like make that a focal point?
Sometimes. I mean, a lot of people don't even know it's the same God.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't bring it up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And shit like that.
Yeah, because it was just, for you, it was just something natural as far as
my nigga. It's like if my team was playing the president, if my team was playing the fucking CEO of General Motors, I'm gonna come out to play for my team.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't nothing.
At the end of the day, yeah, I get you. At the end of the day, and that's how it should be.
Cut that president part.
We don't want the. Hey, we don't want the CIA.
We don't want no problem.
We don't want the CIA over here.
So what you got new coming up, man? What's new on the table for you?
Yeah. So now that this is the Meth Lab is under your belt, and then and the sales have been well.
Meth Lab. Yeah. I mean, well, yeah. Sales has been out.
Yep. So what's the other projects coming out after that? Like what?
Well, we just started our campaign. We got a 4-month rollout for Barker and Meth Lab 2 from now until probably August, when the full Meth Lab 2 album drops. You know what I'm saying? We just released the PLO single. You know what I'm saying? That's on iTunes now. You can pre-order the album Barker. You know what I'm saying? Go to my YouTube page, Hanz On Music Entertainment Home. Pre-sale links is up. You know what I'm saying? So we big started moving.
That's what's
saying.
How far are you guys into the album?
Which one?
Meth Lab 2.
We like probably like 6 songs in. But we like to have, we like to be able to pick.
Overdo it. That's what we're trying to do right now.
So,
any producers out in there that we notable producers in there?
I mean, on Meth Lab 2 right now, I think we working on a Harry Fraud joint. You know what I'm saying? Of course we gonna have mathematics. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, things change. Like, I don't want to give no names and then later on the song changes. You know what I'm saying?
So about video coming, what was that video? That video looked like you guys had a lot of fun doing that video. The one that you did for the Meth Lab, the one with Redman and Method Man.
Straight gutter and street life.
Seemed like you guys it just seemed like watching that video, like y'all just had a dope time shooting that video. Like y'all had a lot of fun. Like I like that shit a lot. Yo.
Is there like a underground scene in Staten Island? Like,
What it's called, hip hop?
hip hop, yeah.
Oh shit, hip hop is crazy on Staten Island. You know what I'm saying? It's like
It was like the hot niggas out.
everybody on Staten Island is hot. It's like, yo, I mean, and I be
That's
on the
dope.
internet.
Yeah, that's dope.
I be on the internet, you know, every day. I don't do too much talking. You know, I sell my product, I do my promotion.
But you observe.
I do a lot of observing,
Yeah,
and it's like, you know, there's a wave out here where, you know, motherfuckers is going at each other. Yo, I'm better than you. I'm better than them. You know,
You think that's good, or you think it's
I mean, the competition,
Healthy competition is what breeds
competition is good,
Yeah.
but
I agree.
sticking together?
a movement is better.
Yeah.
You feel where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
A movement is better than, you know, the competition. Because it's like, yo, what I do is I listen to both of them. And it's like, Staten Island is just different. There's everybody's nice. I put 10 niggas right now in the room from Staten Island. All of the niggas be nice.
That's dope though.
And I could get it fast.
That's dope.
I ain't even got to search too long or too hard because it's just niggas out here is nice. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's just something with the soil, with the food or some shit out here.
The elements.
Yeah, the elements out here is crazy. Yeah, I mean, even the white boys, like, you know, I done been all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And even the white boys is just different from white boys other places.
Yeah.
It's just the whole, you know, the whole
style,
the whole, you know, uniform of them. You know what I'm saying? It's just different.
It's different, yeah. So
You know what I'm
they come
saying?
from a different breed.
Right.
Just
And
like
I'm not saying that to say, you know, anybody's tough or, you know,
Yeah, yeah, no, I
anybody's
get you.
gangster. I mean, as far as music goes,
Yeah, I get you.
there's a lot of talent on Staten Island.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of talent on Staten Island.
That's what's dope because it's for those of us that grew up in the 90s, Shaolin is like a mythological place for some of us because, you know what I'm saying? Like for me personally, it's my first time here in Shaolin. And like for those of us that didn't grow up here, right? Growing up listening to the Wu-Tang Clan, this shit was like a magical island to us. You know what I'm saying? Like the way we envisioned it.
Yeah.
Because guess what? All out the 5%ers were our superheroes and the Wu-Tang was their image. And to those of us that come from like New England and other places, and these niggas were our superheroes. Like, shit. This dude's dropping knowledge and he can be tough. That means I can build and punch a punk in his face. Like, this is some real, right? Because cats ain't feeling that soft stuff because the reality of the hood is too real. And here comes Wu-Tang. You don't gotta be straight savage. Kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him. But you also don't gotta be a punk. You can build and you can...
Or dumb as fuck.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, there's that too. But you could be a gladiator and also be a librarian in a sense. You know what I'm saying?
Librarian gladiator.
A librarian gladiator. So I know he does this often. He does this often. I really don't like these dudes, but I need them. And then it's like one of those relationships where like people are forced to be together.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Got a house, so you gotta be with the
yeah, like we gotta be. You know what I'm saying? Like we're not gonna make it without each other, but we really can't stand each other. So you've traveled a lot. You've toured a lot. Like there's two other parts before we wrap up the interview. We usually have like the other part is like, if you care to, you don't have to. If you want to share, we usually ask like
we make the regular
on
niggas,
tour.
we make regular niggas do it, but
if you're on tour or something like a funny story, it's like a funny something crazy that happened while you was on tour with Meth or you by yourself or whatever. Just like a quick little story or something, like something that you've seen that was like, oh shit, because you've seen things other people that have not left Staten Island have seen. You know what I'm saying? So if you want the kid to share something, maybe a funny story or something, not gonna be the funniest, just whatever comes to mind. Usually ask because we had a dope Flavor Flav story for Johnny Juice, and then Supreme gave us a funny story about RZA and then doing a video shoot for the Jizza and disappearing, and he found him in my block down the street really fighting karate in the park. You know what I mean? So that kind of stuff.
I mean, I wanna say that I know a couple. You know what I'm saying? But like I was telling you before, my shit just been so much
drama type shit.
Right, like my shit is just different. Like my time on the road was a struggle. You know what I'm saying? It's like my time on the road was like I grind up until this point. You understand what I'm saying? It's like so in that grind, it's like that shit ain't fun. You know, not being able to do shit comfortable.
Understood.
That shit ain't fun. I mean, there's been times where I've been on the bus, but where meth actually took me. But then again, there's also been times where they was on a plane and we was on the ground.
Understood.
You understand what I'm saying? And we was picking up that ticket because it was important that we had to be there.
Yeah, be there.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit like that, and you know, shit don't happen overnight. You know what I'm saying? We had to do like a year and a half of that straight before, you know, the big homie even looked at us like we were serious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that was the point where he was like, yo, you know what? We got to do a song together so we could perform the song together. And we did Straight Gutter, and Straight Gutter, well, you know, that's how Meth Lab started.
That was the first track y'all ever did together?
First track we did.
I did not know that.
And we did that track based on Meth saying that, yo, look, we out here together. We might as well make a song so that we could all do together. And obviously, Redman was there with him, Street was there with him, so us four did the song.
It's gonna be a special feeling when Method Man looks at you and says, "We need to do a song together." Like that's.
Yeah,
that's just dope. Like, you know what I mean? How many people you think out there? I'm just saying would wish that would happen. Like I wish Method Man would say. You know what I'm saying? Like it's to you, it's one thing because that's your fan. But I'm just saying for people watching and tuning in that have, you know what I'm saying, that are outsiders looking in, they be like, "Damn, I wish that would fucking happen to me one day." You know what I'm saying? Upcoming MCs and shit like that. So it's a blessing, and I understand that the complications of this world is even with the older gods and the big homies. It's a double-edged sword because. It brings certain things, but also brings that other shit. You know what I'm saying? There's those labels and those things that we don't really need to get into, but you know what I'm saying? All those other labels and associations and comparisons to people who maybe or maybe not necessarily affiliated with this family of this whole Wu branch of things, and then how it's looked at, you know what I'm saying, from outside. But I think the people that are important are people like you that, yes, you have an affiliation with certain things, but you're hands-on, you got hands-on entertainment, you're a self-made man, and that's what people respect, and that's what people need to see, that you don't have to lose your identity with certain types of things. And I think that's what I respect about you, and one of the things I noticed with watching your music and watching you, you don't lose your identity. Yeah, that's your fan, but you have your own presence and your own, like if Method Man wasn't in the picture, Hands On would still be a force to reckon with. Like, you know what I'm saying? And not everybody's like that. So I think that authenticity is something that more people need to see and need to understand about. You know what I mean? Like, you're not an artist, you're just a real dude. Like, not that you're not an artist, but you know what I'm trying to say? Like, you're approachable and you're somebody that people can connect with. And I think we need to see that because in the age to come, age of hip hop.
Good bars, you know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because sometimes you meet a real nigga, but he sucks at rapping. But like, you actually can rap too. And I'm like, yo, that's why we had to come on here to Shaolin anyways, to come see you. And we're going to have you call in and do the other Chopp Shop.
We appreciate you taking your time out and talking to us, man.
Absolutely.
Give us the interview, man.
Absolutely.
Let's chop it up with your shit.
Absolutely. Anytime. I'm here.
So we're going to do this. This will be on a Chopp Shop, but Hands On will also be calling in to a future episode of the Chopp Shop. Y'all tune in. Keep rocking with us. Don't forget, next month, every Thursday, 6 to 8. You don't know how we doing, but next month on the 30th, we'll be broadcasting from the legendary Roots Studio in Philadelphia with King Magnetic of AOTP and Recognize Ali, who's coming in for Ghana. That tour is also starring Diabolic and Capadonna. That's going down in Philly next month. So the Chopp Shop is going to be on the move out there. And like I said, you'll be hearing more from Hands On.
Go get that album, pre-order it right now, man.
On the handles to get the handles, Twitter.
Or Twitter at Hands On Music. The Instagram is Hands Are Great, you know what I'm saying? Facebook is Home Entertainment, Hands On Music Entertainment, you know what I'm saying? YouTube, Hands On Music Entertainment.
Home Entertainment.
Come home, you know what I'm saying? Come home with me and shit. You know what I'm saying? You can pre-order the album, Barker there. The single is live now, the video is live, you know what I'm saying? We just put the video out to the first single, you know what I'm saying? And you know that was inspired by Meth's PLO song. You know what I'm saying? So, we got some heat for y'all. So,
definitely
we'll holler at that.
And that's it. Chopp Shop. We out. Expect to hear more from Hands On.
Yes, sir.